What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Nighttime Nostalgia. In case I didn't give a very good explanation in the first episode of what this series is, which I don't think I did, it was a very brief explanation because we were excited to get into that video. It was a spur of the moment thing, but I've had this idea for this series cooking in my mind for a little bit. It's essentially what the title suggests. It's night, as you can see, 2:51 a.m. Probably shouldn't even be recording this. But anyways, it's at night and it's nostalgia, and it's just reminiscing about old times within the little corner of the internet that I've kind of infested, and it's it has two purposes. One is, of course, is entertainment. I hope to make these entertaining. I think the pilot episode was very entertaining in my opinion. But this one is going to focus more on the second goal of that, which is just like education and historical documentation. And I'm going to do that in this episode with the on the subject of old school Pokemon tournaments, specifically within the years of 2010 and 2011, focusing on basically the late days of the fourth generation of Pokemon and early days of fifth gen, since that is when I was most alive in the competitive scene of Pokemon. I think that's when I'm most fit to speak on, and it was a very lively time for competitive Pokemon in general. So I think it's important that as much of it is documented as possible, and I hope to do a good job of that here and tell some anecdotes that maybe not everyone has heard, and hopefully this will be entertaining and enlightening for you. Now, fun fact, I'm on my spring break right now. As you can see, it is March 17th. St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day, assuming this goes up later today. But I tried to record this actually during my Christmas break back in January is when I did the first take of this. And you may remember back in January, I made a very salty tweet talking about how Camtasia is the worst program of all time. And that's because I did this. It was like an hour and 30-minute episode or some shit like that. I don't remember the exact length. It was long. And the Camtasia just corrupted the recording because apparently Camtasia doesn't like recording shit in full screen. I forgot about that. So I'm using XSplit now. XSplit is my go-to now. And hopefully this will survive. And I don't think it's going to be as good as the first take, unfortunately, because the first take I had genuine reaction to things that I hadn't seen in years, things that I hadn't seen in years. But now it's just been a couple months since I've seen these things, so I won't necessarily be as into it. But I am better prepared now. I'll say that. I discovered some things last time that I didn't have prepared for last time. So maybe maybe that's the trade off. Anyways. I want to start this episode on old school Pokemon Wi-Fi tournaments. By the way, this is specifically focusing just on the actual games, the Wi-Fi, not on Pokemon Online. Showdown wasn't around at the time. We had this thing called Pokemon Online. Back then, Pokemon Online didn't even have a replay system either. Like, if you wanted to record online battles, you had to, like, bust out a screen recording thing and record it as it was happening. So there really was no Pokemon Showdown at this time. So we did all our battling on the actual games using the Nintendo Wi-Fi. And I want to start with what I'm 99.9% sure was the first Wi-Fi battle tournament that I ever entered. And it was this battle right here. This was the first round in Dragon Garchomp 12's 4th gen Wi-Fi tournament. And a little bit of background info. Dragon Garchomp 12, great friend of mine. Those of you who I met from the Aurora Virus chat probably remember him vaguely. I met him through the Aurora Virus chat as well. He was in there, but he didn't stay in our clique for very long. In fact, he disappeared after 2011, honestly. I think, summer of 2011 was the last time I really spoke to him, I think. He just kind of fell off after that, fell off the face of the internet. I later contacted him on Facebook, which I discovered by a miracle, but that's besides the point. That was a couple years later. But anyways, back in 2010, Dragon Garchomp 12 was 12, as his name would suggest, but he was very, very, very good at Wi-Fi battling uh, within the context of that metagame. That, like, now he'd probably be considered shitty, but back then he was really good, especially for his age. Like, he was a 12-year-old and he was, like, fucking up pro players and shit. So he was really good. He was a really good friend of mine, too, and he really helped me get into Wi-Fi battling, actually. And funny thing, like, I remember when I first met him, and I was first getting into Wi-Fi battling, like, he loved to battle me because he could just fuck me up, and he would just do, like, funny shit to me. Like, he had this video, I was so salty when this happened. He had this video of him sweeping me with a muck, which is funny because, like, a year after that, I ended up sweeping Cody with a muck. That video is still on my channel. But, so what goes around comes around, I guess. The cycle continues. But, yeah, he just fucked me up all the time. But then, like, it's like Dragon Ball Z, where if you get fucked up enough, you just get stronger. And then it got to the point where I was fucking him up. Because, like, it got to the point where it was basically like 50-50. Like, I'd win half of our battles, he'd win half. And then it got to the point where I was just fucking him up all the time. Like, I just got better than him. It was funny. Because he just used to beat the shit out of me when I first started. So Dragon Garchomp 12, great battler at the time, very good friend of mine, really helped me get better. He has a tournament, December 30th, 2010 is when this video went up, so I assume earlier, like probably mid-December is when he announced it. So it was right at the end of 2010, first Wi-Fi battle tournament that I think I actually entered. Because this was just maybe a month after I started learning how to Pokesav, and so I could actually like get teams to experiment with and stuff, and not just use like shit Pokemon over and over again. So I decided to enter this tournament, and I got fucked up. I got really fucked up in round one. The title Heracross owns, that is very true. So this guy, who I don't know at all, and I just got placed up against him in Dragon Garchomp 12's tournament, and he just fucked me up, man. it was a pretty small tournament too, by the way. I think it was only a 16-person bracket, so for me to get knocked out in round one was not very good. I'm gonna mute this. I'm gonna be muting all the shit, by the way, because a lot of people put music over their battles, and a lot of it's copyrighted. I ain't trying to get hit with that. So you can see this guy just destroys me. Yeah. It was not a good performance for me, but there's a very funny thing about this. There's some great irony here. So this guy, he beat me so bad in round one of this tournament that he didn't even use this Garchomp that you see right here. Like, you saw his Heracross just like sweep my shit. He didn't even have to use, like, the Garchomp didn't even enter the field. So I didn't even realize he had it. So I just took that L. You know, I was ready to just take that L. But then he put this video up, and my friend Josh, QQW53, I hope he's watching this, he went and he looked at this video, and he was like, wait a second, this man had a Garchomp. Now, if you remember, in 4th gen, Garchomp was Uber, or at least he was by this point. He wasn't in, like, early 2010. But by this point, Garchomp had already been banned. Or maybe he already was in early 2010. He wasn't always Uber, but the Garchomp Uber ban in 4th gen caused some controversy. I remember that. But same for the Salamence. I remember I was around for the Salamence one. Salamence one was fucking retarded in my opinion. But anyways, so Garchomp was already long banned at this point as Uber, and this is this was supposed to be a standard tournament. Standard Smogon rules. So Evan, Dragon Garchomp 12 said specifically in the rules, no Ubers. So Josh looks at this and he's like, hold up. So we got Evan in the Skype call and we were like, Evan, look at this shit. This man had a Garchomp on his team. He didn't even use it, but he did bring it. And Evan was like, well, shit, man, he broke the rules, so we're going to DQ him. So, like, look at the fucking comments here. Look at this. There's my man Josh. He says, you have an Uber on your team. And then fucking... thanks for pointing that out. I forgot the Garchomp was Uber. And then basically, I don't know where my comment went. I don't know where mine's at, but he said, too bad I didn't advance because Garchomp was on my team. I love my Heracross. Dude, I felt so bad. No, actually, no, fuck it. I didn't feel bad. I was happy to advance. And I remember I actually got pretty far. And I don't remember what the fate of this tournament was. Unfortunately, all of Evan's videos are gone. He nuked his fucking channel. So, I really don't remember what the outcome of this tournament was. But I remember I beat whoever was I went up against the next round. Like, I was living on a prayer in this tournament. And I remember I went pretty far. I think I may have actually went to finals in it. But I don't remember. This is literally the only evidence of the tournament that exists, which is sad, because it was the first one I entered, if I remember correctly. Anyways, so yeah, that was the only one of 2010 that I entered. 2011 is when I really got into it. 2011 was a big year for me in terms of Wi-Fi battling. Wait, why is this still up? Wait, did I just exit out of some shit that I wanted to open? Or no? Did I already have that open in a tab? Oh, alright then. I guess I already had that opened. Anyways, this was a big year for me, 2011, for as far as Wi-Fi battling goes, because in February of 2011, I decided to host my own 4th Gen Wi-Fi tournament. Now keep in mind, Black and White came out. When did Black and White come out? Like, I want to say April? Let me Google this on my phone real quick. Like, early April is what I'm thinking. But, yeah, so basically, the point I'm getting at here is that this was really, like, right at the end of 4th Gen. It's why this was actually a very important tournament. It came out March 6, 2011. Alright, I was like a month out. So, yeah, this was like 2 weeks. Not even that. Like a week and a half or so before Black and White was going to come out. I started this tournament for 4th Gen. And it was basically like the last tournament before Black and White. And it was important for a few reasons. One, as I said, it was right at the end. So the metagame for 4th Gen was as developed as it was going to get, and a lot of people were at their peak skill. So I announced this on February 27, 2011. It was a standard Smogon 4th Gen tournament. And here's the list of people that entered. This was a pretty stacked tournament. Like, you may not see a lot of big names here, like none of like the people that had like 20,000 subs at the time or anything like that. But pretty much every mid-sized channel, like mid or low-high tier battler at the time, that was like anyone that was anybody within the community of like that range of battling was in this shit. Look at this stacked, like this was honestly a stacked tournament, and that's why it was so important, because it not only was it stacked, but it was like everyone at their prime. That's what was so great about it, is since it was at the end of the 4th Gen meta, everyone was basically as good as they could get. So there was me, Drabom at Shiroshini, amazing battler back then, one of the best 4th Gen battlers probably of all time. Josh was a very good battler at the time. Beast Frame, also very good if I remember correctly. Mox, I fucking hate Mox, but I gotta give him credit where credit's due. He was pretty good back then. He was pretty good this past summer. Gotta give credit where credit's due. Evan, like I said, a very good battler. Resdreon, I believe he was also pretty good. I only battled Resdreon once. I only remember ever battling him once in 4th Gen. Or once ever, actually. And it was a 4th Gen battle. And he beat me. Like, he beat me pretty convincingly, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, he was pretty good. That was actually around this time, too. I think it was just a couple weeks before this tournament, actually. So, he was definitely a contender to take the tournament, I believe. So, as you can see, a lot of potential within this tournament. Big tournament. Big tournament. So, and it was a 16-person bracket. Here's the thing. If I had waited a while, I honestly think it could have got to 32. Unfortunately, YouTube did a terrible thing and got rid of comments on private videos. So we can't see how many people were interested, but I cut it off at 16, even though I think I had, I want to say like 26 to 28 people actually comment expressing interest. But like I said, I didn't wait. You can see I uploaded the round 1 matchups that day. And I think my reasoning for that is because I knew black and white was right around the corner, so I didn't want to wait. But really, if I had just waited another day or two, I could have easily gotten this up to a 32-person bracket. But I just didn't want to wait, so I saw. I mean, when I look at this list right here, I'm like, hey, that's a good tournament right there for 4th gen. None of these people battle anymore, as far as I know, honestly. I mean, there are some names on here I just don't recognize, to be honest. They may still battle, but none of the ones I recognize are still within the scene. But anyways, yeah, back in February 2011, I saw this, I'm like, hey, that's a tournament right there. So I uploaded these randomized matchups that I made. I think I just used random number generator. And, yeah, here they are. If you don't want, we'll just look at them in the description, so we don't have to go through the video. So same day, upload this, and some decent matchups here in round 1. Some interesting ones. I can't find videos of any of these battles, unfortunately. Even mine. I didn't even record mine. I know I won it, as you'll see, but I can't find video of it. And I can't find video of Dra Bahamut Shiroshini versus Dragon Garchomp 12. That was probably a really good battle, and it tortures me that I can't find the video for that. Actually, other than that, I don't really see any good battles. Super Lego Man 64. That's Brad, ranked number 3 on the Shit Talk Central cringe list from episode 1 of this series. Yeah, I'm sure that fucker just brought like 3 Gallades and 3 Arceuses or some shit. So, actually, I think by this point, in real life, I'm just fucking with him. By this point in time, he knew how to battle. But like in 2010, that was some shit he would do. He would just bring like 6 Arceus or some shit. It's like, you can't do that. You can't do that, you faggot. So anyways, Beast Frame versus Registron was probably a good battle too. And I don't even remember who Mark Boyle. I don't remember who my opponent was. I don't know this name. Shout out to Italo, by the way. Kind of miss you. I was never that close to Italo, to be honest. Like I take that back. I liked Italo. No, I guess I don't really take that back. I liked him, but I was never that close to him. That's saying I wasn't close to him is not saying I don't like him. But anyways, can't find any videos of the matches of round 1. So moving on to round 2. Don't ask me what this is. This was drawn by Alice, who was also mentioned in episode 1 of this series. It was number 5 on Ben's cringe list. Alice drew this. I don't know why I use this shit, man. I don't know, man. So round 2 comes around on March 9th. Oh, so Black and White's already out when round 2 comes around. So yeah, we go from 16 down to the 8 here. Josh beat Brad, thank God. Beast Frame bested out Resdreon. I'm sure that was a good match. Dra Bahamut Shiroshini defeated Evan. It's a shame that Evan and Dra Bahamut had to face in round 1. I really think Evan should deserve to go farther, but the random number generator does what it does. Italo fights her. Alka was a really good battler too. I don't remember. I met Alka back in 2010, but it wasn't through the AV chat. I don't remember how I met him actually. He might still be around. He was around like a year ago. So he battles Mox, and then I battle Blandfade TV. Can't find any of these battles except for mine, which is conveniently uploaded over here on this old channel that I made back in like 2010. It's called Mega Jolteon 116. Don't go there because it's a dead channel. I've privated all the battles, but for a period of time in 2011 when I was really getting into Wi-Fi battles, this is where I was uploading them. So a lot of classic 4th gen battles on here. This is actually kind of a gold mine for history. Uh, Here is my battle with Bland Fade TV. Oh fuck. Okay. Mute it because I know I've got some copyrighted shit on here. Yeah, I didn't commentate any of these videos. I just put music on them. That was what I did with this channel. So basically, me versus Bland Fade TV. I fucked this guy up. Like, let's just skim through this. I don't even remember this guy. Actually, no, I don't remember this guy. So yeah. Oh, this was a special team for me, by the way. I was just experimenting with this team right here. Yeah, this looks like a pretty unorthodox team, but it worked. It got the job done. I was using a team composed of only strategies designed by Alligator Ponzal. And that's the one person who I wish had entered this tournament. He was a really good, like, mid-sized channel. He was actually relatively popular at the time. Had about 1,000 subs in 2010, which was, like, really good, if I remember correctly. This is all just going off of memory. You could use the Wayback Machine to maybe find more accurate numbers, but his sub count doesn't really matter. But he got popular off of doing these really cool Pokemon strategies. And they weren't like gimmicky shit either. Like, they were good. They worked. So I made an entire team of it for the first couple rounds. I remember I used this team against Mark, whatever his name was, in round 1 and beat him. And then I also brought it here to round 2 with Bland Fade TV, and I fucked him up with it. It was really good. I really wish that Alligator Ponzal had entered this tournament, because then it really would have been it really would have had like everyone that would have been a contender to win a tournament of this size at that time. But I think he was already kind of like slowly like getting out of battling at the time. He wanted to do more like real life kind of videos, like vlogging stuff rather than Pokemon. But he was very happy to see me putting his sets to good use. So yeah, I even named the Feraligatr after him. Feraligatr. I remember it was a big joke back then that his name looked like Fap, because if you moved the A and the P in his initials, it was Fap. Oh, that was some good 2010, 2011 humor right there. Actually, let's watch this whole battle. Let's just watch this all the way through. Is this sped up, or do I need to speed it up? I'll speed it up a little bit. Let's watch through this. So I'm leading off with this Spiritomb. He's leading off with this Typhlosion. He gets that eruption off. It does oh shit! He just knocked me the fuck out. Wow. Must not have mattered too much because I'm bringing in a Feraligatr here. He's going for the eruption. I've really got to wonder why he stayed in. Okay, 1 turn, if he was predicting a setup, that's understandable. But 2 turns was ballsy as fuck on his part. So I took his Typhlosion. He brings in Cradilly, the low kick. See, this is what I loved about Feraligatr Ponzal sets. They were unorthodox, but they worked. So Cradilly hits me with that energy ball, doesn't take me out. This is such a beautiful Feraligatr set. I'm resting. I'm just chilling. Like, he thought he had me with that energy ball. It's like, nah, son. Dragonite's gonna outrage. It's a Dragonite outrage. It is what it is. I'm still setting up. This man's out here doing what he does. Oh wow. Wow. I got so lucky that he hit himself there, or else that setting up would have been a waste. Dude, I played ballsy like that all the time, where I would just bank on shit like that, like my opponent hitting themselves. I would just bank on hacks. Especially when it came to setups like this. Like, I would just get so greedy with setting up. I paid a lot for that. Like, I'd be like, oh, 1 more Dragon Dance can't hurt, and then I'd get critted or some shit. Yeah, I was never that safe of a player. I'll say that much. That Miltank is a dead fucking cow. Eats that low kick and fire blast. This is just kind of sad. I can't tell if I'm just reading this guy like a book or if he's like totally incapable of like thinking 2 turns ahead. I don't know what's going on. Oh, and I'm setting up again. Oh wow, that's that's fucking funny. Oh, and the metal sound. He thinks the metal sound is. He thinks I care about my special. Oh, I get it, because he wants to be able to hit me with ancient power, because that's the only move he probably has on his whole team that can do anything to me. Because I took out the Cradley, which would have maybe been able to do. Maybe it had Earthquake or something. I don't know. Ooh, damn. Wait, what? Why didn't he go for that? The first. What? Okay, this guy might just be dumb. Honestly. I know I said in the description here, this guy's a really nice battler, but I think he may have just been dumb. Is that it? Okay, so I 5-0'd that guy? Wait, or 4-0'd. Did he get the Feraligatr? Did he take Feraligatr out? Yeah, he took... Okay, so I 4-0'd that guy. I 4-0'd this guy in round 2 of a 16-person tournament. That's cool. Wait, where the... Oh, shit, I gotta go back to my videos. Okay, so that's round 2. We're done. Close out of some of these. So we get into round 3, the round of 4, the semifinals. You can see, I say your name could go here. So we have Beast Frame versus Dra Bahamut, and me versus Mox. Now, like I said, at this point in time, Mox was good. Like he had potential to win. I'd say at this point in time, our head-to-head record was probably evenly split. It was probably 50% I win, 50% he wins. So I was a little nervous going into this. I switched my team up. I got rid of the unorthodox Feraligatr Ponzol stuff, and I substituted for like a team that no one would want to go against in 4th gen. Like if you saw your opponent was going to have this team in 4th gen, you would just disconnect. So I was just going for the safe team here. This was a team that I had experimented with before, and it was modeled off of a team constructed by a man named Call of the Haunted 1000 or some shit like that. Acronym was Koth, and he was from the Pimp Night chat in 2011. He was kind of the local troll. I personally believe that Koth was made by Pimp Night himself to make the chat more lively and attract more people there, but that's just a theory. Anyways, Koth, I loved Koth. Koth is one of my favorite trolls of all time within the Pokemon community. Koth, on the off chance you're watching this, I love you. Well, I mean, I believe he's a Pimp Night creation, so unless Pimp Night's watching, if Pimp Night's watching this, Pimp Night, I fucking hate you. You're a piece of shit. But anyways, if Koth is an actual person who's not Pimp Knight and Koth is that person who's watching this video, Koth, I love you. So I modeled this team off him. That's why I have like weird ass nicknames like Teachings, because he was so fucking like goofy. He was like always talking about like fate and destiny and shit. I thought it was hilarious. My 13-year-old self thought it was hilarious. So yeah, here, let's get into this battle with Mox here. It's only oh wow, it's 4:20. Nice. Alright, so let's get into this amazing battle with Mox. Like I said, a bit nervous that he was going to beat me. Brought in some standard shit here. And right now he's reading me like a book. He gets the fake out. That's pretty standard. But then he gets that taunt because one of the things about using these standard sets, unlike Feraligatr Pons, you know they're going to work, but they're easier to read. So they're... Right, I don't know. You're getting predicted left and right, but you're using better Pokemon. You have safer sets, etc. But you're getting predicted all around. So luckily it didn't really do much. I didn't need the nasty plot, as you can see. I was still able to take out his Uxie without any trouble. Togekiss is great because of flinch hacks. Just air slash. I bring in my Jolteon, which is faster than his. I think, or no, it was speed tie because my shadow ball did way more. I always ran modest. I always ran a modest Jolteon. Jolteon's still one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I always ran modest Jolteon. Nowadays, I might run timid if I were to use it, but it's not. Jolteon's not viable anymore. So why am I even having this conversation? I bring in Lucario and get fucked up from that Focus Blast. I bring in my Gengar here. Go for the Shadow Ball. I think I ran timid Gengar. I don't know if he did too. That was either speed tie or I outsped. If that was speed tie and my Jolteon was also speed tie, because I'm assuming he ran modest. I don't know why he would run anything else if he wasn't running timid. Then I'm getting really lucky with these speed ties. I'm finally able to get a nasty plot up with a Togekiss, but 4th gen Explosion, what can you do? Especially for Metagross. Explosion was broken as fucking 4th gen. Takes out my Togekiss. I go into Skarmory now. Skarmory, one of my favorite Pokemon to use in 4th gen. Oh, such a good troll Pokemon. This was funny as fuck. He was like, how did your Skarmory outspeed my Celebi? I don't know either, man. I do not know what crazy sets we had to be running for my Skarmory to outspeed that Celebi and get that Brave Bird, bro. I don't know what was going on there. I was laughing, man. He was not happy. Because at this point, it's apparent that he's gonna lose. So I Whirlwind just because I don't want to fucking have to switch and shit and deal with the Thunderbolt. I'll take a fake out, man. I don't care. He taunts me. It's like, okay, I was gonna Brave Bird anyway, bitch. I guess he was just afraid that I was gonna be a Mega Troll, which I am known to do. I guess he was afraid I was gonna do what VG did in that one episode of VG the Savage against Lou, where he just had the entry hazards up and he was just whirlwinding them, and Lou didn't have a rapid spin or anything, so he just had to sit there and deal with it, just take it like a bitch. So here, last ditch effort to prolong the inevitable. He fake outs. U-turns, I Brave Bird, and that's GG Mox. So yeah, I beat Mox pretty convincingly there. Oh, did I exit out of that shit again? Damn it. Alright, we're going back into the videos here. So that was the semifinals. Who won their matches here? Josh got beat by Beast Frame. That is surprising. I mean, I know, like I said, Beast Frame was good, but Josh was really good. Dry Bahamut beat Tallow, that's not surprising. And then I beat Blandphase, as I showed you. Mox beat Alka. That probably wasn't a surprising result either. So, the final matchup. March 18th, 2011, the Day of Reckoning. Willy123T. Yours truly. This amazing icon that I used at the time that, who made that for me? I think Brent made that for me. Shout out to Brent. It's way too good for Alice to have made it. It's not even that good. It's just not shitty. It's way too not shitty for Alice to have made it. Versus Dry Bahamut Shiroshini. 6 years later, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right still. Just no idea how to pronounce that still. Anyways. Like I said, Dry Bahamut, one of the best of the time. Like, you can't talk about 4th gen battling without 4th gen Smogon battling without bringing up Dry Bahamut. I was going to say 4th gen in general, but I don't think Dry Bahamut ever got into VGC. So you can't talk about Smogon singles, 4th gen OU, without bringing up Dry Bahamut. I met Dry Bahamut very early in my career. 2010. Met her in 2010. We battled a few times prior to... Actually, quite a few times prior to this. She was one of the first people I ever battled. I think the first time I battled her, she, 6-0'd me or something. It was crazy. Because I was shit, and she was, really good. So, everyone that I played in this tournament, or, everyone that I knew of in this tournament, like I said, Josh, all the good people, like Josh, Mox, Evan, everyone except Resdreon, which I'd mentioned. basically everyone except Resdrion and Dra Bahamut that I knew was good, I had beaten before. I'd beaten them multiple times before. And Resdrion and I only battled once prior to this. I like I showed you, I didn't battle him in the bracket, so I didn't have to worry about that anyways. But he beat me that one time, but like that's not enough to go off of. That's not scientific. In science you gotta repeat your experiment, get the same results, and that's what Dra Bahamut's the only one where that was the case, where Dra Bahamut had consistently beaten me. I had never beaten her prior to this tournament, so I was like, I'll take second place. I could take second place in my own tournament, but this battle was closer than you would expect. This battle was amazing. And here's one thing I respect about Dra Bahamut. She did not use the standard gimmicks of the time. And she still, was fucking good. Yes, Scissor, everyone used Scissor back then. Dragonite, that's kind of standard, but look at this shit. The 3 dogs, I guess maybe Suicune, people use Suicune as a standard bulky water wall kind of thing, but, no one was bringing all 3 of these niggas on the fucking same team. Shit, man. And that's not the only instance. She would use crazy shit and make it work all the time. So anyways, let's jump into this battle. I'm going to make sure I have the speed on normal, because I feel like there's probably a lot of mind games going on in this battle. If I remember this, I was completely in the zone for this battle. I was meditating and shit. So let's take a look. Alright. I lead off with Togekiss. My standard lead. That's not going to change. Obviously, because in 4th gen we didn't have the team preview, so our leads didn't have to change. We said it before the battle. It's like GE said in his Pokemon Cypher 2016 verse. He said, "I'll take you back to the gen when choosing a lead was a tactic or something." Dude, fuck, I don't remember. I fucked up his line. I'm sorry, GE. Yeah, I can't even remember. Anyways, now that I'm completely distracted from the battle, I predicted that Thunderbolt or whatever, got the Volt Absorb from my Jolteon, and I am now Shadow Balling because I predicted... I didn't predict... I don't know what she was going to go into here, but I figured Shadow Ball was a safe bet, unless she... I guess she could have gone into Snorlax, but... maybe... Snorlax might have been a better choice, actually. I don't know how I feel about that choice of wasting Scissor so early in the battle. Now she brings in the Snorlax because I've revealed that, I don't really have anything besides Shadow Ball because I would have used it if I did. I switch out of there, go into my Skarmory. Am I going to set up? Oh, shit, that Brave Bird did a lot. Wow, that wasn't even a crit, was it? Okay. So that Brave Bird really did a lot. Gets the Snorlax out of there because she realizes one Brave Bird will kill. Brings in Raikou. That's what I would have done. Brave Bird, not going to do a lot. It's a decent chunk, though, for a Brave Bird from Skarmory on Raikou. Aura Spear's questionable. Thunderbolt probably would have... yeah, Thunderbolt would be stabbed. Whatever. Wait, maybe she didn't have Thunderbolt. Maybe Thunder Wave is what I got that Volt's... the fuck... I almost said Volt Switch. What I got the Volt Absorb off of. I wasn't paying attention at that point. Ooh, this is scary shit right here. Her Dragonite was like her ace. She would switch up her teams all the time, but she would always bring a Dragonite, and it would always sweep. It would always take out at least 3 Pokemon. She knew how to use Dragonite, and she used Fly on it. Who the fuck used Fly on Dragonite? So why did I bring Blissey? Probably Thunder Wave. Is that what I was wanting to do here? Okay, that makes sense. Why... Oh, shit, yo. I was going to say, why didn't she take me out? But, shit, she didn't need to take me out last turn. The hacks did not save me from that extreme speed. Alright, so, yeah, that's smart on my part. Because Flying Outrage can't hurt Skarmory. And I can Whirlwind... Oh, that's actually really smart. I'm going to Whirlwind it out, get rid of the stats, instead of trying to fight this thing head on. Because even if I did bring in Jolteon and get the HP Ice off, that would have been risky as fuck in case the Parahacks didn't kick in, and then I would have eaten Outrage, and then Jolteon, which is frail as fuck, would have died. Predicts the Brave. That was stupid on my part. I should have went for another Whirlwind probably, or set up some entry hazards. Late game entry hazards would have been good. I lived that Aura Sphere with 16, so okay, I'll take that. We take those. I will trade Skarmory for Raikou any day of the week in that situation. And oh shit, damn, this is not looking good for Drabahamut. I am running away with this. That Snorlax is dead. Really, yeah, I was gonna say really only wall left to deal with is Suicune. And okay, yeah, no. All right, Suicune's still a threat. I'm not totally running away with this because Suicune's a threat and that Dragonite is still alive. So we got two big threats still alive here. But keep in mind my Jolteon is also alive, and oh shit, that close combat did a lot. Oof. But the Surf does take me out. So she's keeping it close, but I'm keeping myself just like one step ahead. Thunderbolt, of course, that was obvious. There was really no point for her to switch into Dragonite to take that, because I mean, let's face it, the fucking Suicune was already at so low HP. It was best to fodder it out and get the safe switch in to Dragonite. I don't know why I did that double switch there. Oh no, it's because I'm spexed. Wait, yeah, it's because I'm spexed and I needed to get rid of the Thunderbolt lock-in and go for the HP Ice, which I get off, and Jolteon saves the day from Dragonite, which that was dangerous. Look how dangerous this shit was. So I Thunderbolt this. I'm spexed, by the way. I was spexed, right? There's no leftovers or life orb damage. No leftovers regain, no life orb. So I was definitely spexed. So I Thunderbolt the Suicune to finish it off. Which is... yeah, that was best move. Because on the off chance that Shadow Ball or HP Ice wouldn't have killed, that was best move. So look how dangerous this was. She gets the Dragon Dance up because I had to switch into my Gengar to get rid of the fucking lock-in. That could have been game. Well, actually, no, it couldn't. Yeah, it could have been. Yeah, it definitely could have been. If she didn't get any more hacks throughout the game, Dragonite could have fucked me over. Thank God for the Parahacks there. And thank God for Jolteon being spexed and getting that HP Ice off. That's all I can say. So yeah. For the first time ever, in the finals of my tournament, one of the biggest not biggest in terms of size, but like biggest in terms of like significance and importance, one of the most important like 16-person, 16 to 32 person like mid-sized bracket of 4th gen Smogon ever. Like this was a very significant tournament. And I against all odds, conquered my demon of Drabahamut, beat her for the first time in finals, and took it away. A great run by me, if I may say. If I may toot my own horn, that was a very good run by me. Let's wow, I really am not good at keeping tabs open. Like let's review that. Let's review that run. I beat... Okay, well, yeah, I mean, I beat Mox and Drabahamut. Blandfay, I don't really remember if Blandfay had a name for himself at the time. And then whoever that first guy battled was clearly didn't, because I didn't even upload the video. But still, very good run by me. Just for those last two battles, Drabahamut and Moxilon. Very good run by me. And just having the luck to dodge the other people that could have been a threat to me. Very good. Man, my fucking mouth is dry from talking. Okay, so what else was there? What else was there within the time of 4th gen? Toward the end of 4th gen, I do remember. Let me close these. So yeah, I won. A lot of people were kind of salty. They were like, "Oh, the host won his own tournament." Wow, they thought there was sketchy shit. That's a thing. If you host a tournament and you do well at the tournament, or someone really close to you does well in the tournament, people are going to accuse you of doing sketchy shit. Yeah, there was no sketchy shit there. There was definitely not sketchy shit there, else I wouldn't have been fighting Draw Muhammad. If I was going to engineer the bracket to work out for me, I wouldn't have made myself fight her. I promise you. So there was this one tournament. Was it the Pimp Night 7K? Is that what he did it for? Yeah. So I think this was right around the time that people like me and Mox and a few others from the AV chat had started chatting on Pimp Night's chat. Because AV had just kind of like died or some shit. So yeah, we were this was when the Pimp Night chat was like first starting to get really lively, I think. There's not a lot of battles that are still alive. I remember this guy. Yeah, I definitely remember. This guy was pretty good if I remember correctly. So yeah, February. Yeah, that's about right. This was a little before my tournament. February 4th, 2011. What was this for? Round 2. So this was round 2. Who won this? This was probably a good battle. Oh, wow. Wow. Could have been a 4-0. Probably realistically would have been a 3-0, but that's impressive to 3-0 Beast Frame. He, like I said, he was a lot of people got good back then. That's the thing. Like it wasn't just like we were all a bunch of noobs just dicking around. Like a lot of people really like got good with their predictions and their sets and just the teams they would come up with. So, you know, sometimes you get fucking battles like this, and then sometimes you get really close shit. It was very volatile, especially in these last days. Like in the days of the Pimp Night chat, like anything could happen in terms of Wi-Fi battling, man. So yeah, I don't remember shit about the Pimp Night 7K. You know, it was, if you can't tell, he it's, you know, there weren't 7K people in the tournament. He made it in celebration of getting 7,000 subs, which this piece of shit now has 584,000. It's amazing what selling out can do in 6 years. But anyways, yeah, a lot of people entered. It was a big tournament. I remember that. A lot of people entered. But there's really not a lot. I'm surprised there aren't more battles uploaded. I didn't upload my battles because I did enter, but I entered. I think that was the second tournament I had ever entered. I want to say second, because it was before my tournament and it was after Evan's. So probably second tournament I'd ever entered. And I remember I won my round 1 battle and I was really optimistic. And then I think I lost round 2. And neither of those battles exist from what my research has deduced. Yeah, there is definitely not footage of either of those. Round 3. Oh, is this round? Oh shit, we got a round 5. Holy shit. How big was this tournament? So we got a round 5. Oh, yo, I remember this guy too. This guy was cool. Is he still around? Let me check. I didn't mean to double open that. What the fuck is he uploading? Fucking cars? What is this? PGM? Yo, what the fuck, bro? Bro, yo, no, we ain't fucking with that. No cars. Shit. Alright, here we go. I revealed what I was going to talk about. Shit. So this was round 5 of the Pimp. I definitely did not make it this far. I can tell you I did not make it. Wow, this carried into May? Or was this just uploaded to May? I got matched up against who I had never heard of. We exchanged Skypes. Was the week. Opponent 3. Oh, so opponent 3 forfeited. Damn. So just good. This guy basically got fucking, you know, floated from round 2 to 5. That's cool. The elite. Okay, so this was before quarterfinals. So someone help me with that math, bro. Let's see. Finals would have been 2. Semifinals be 4. Quarterfinals be obviously 8. I think it's the Elite 8, like you said. But I'm trying to think, like, how many rounds? You know, if it's 5 rounds, you just have to go back. Yo, it's a lot of fucking people. I ain't doing that math right now. Fuck it. So did he win? Oh wow, he won. So this guy this guy right here made it into the quarterfinals of the 7K tournament. Shout out to this guy. He should have entered my tournament. I'm subbed to him. I don't remember I mean, like I said, I remember him, but oh wow, he has over 250 battle videos according to his description. He was a cool dude. Seems like he was pretty good. I'm not gonna watch any of the Pimp Night battles all the way through, but it's a significant thing. This is probably the farthest into the tournament that's uploaded. Like I said, I don't remember a lot of it. I got knocked out in like round 2, so wasn't a big thing for me, but it was a big thing for the community. So I think it's only fair that I mention it. What tournament did I want to move on to next? Oh yeah. One more 4th gen tournament I think just one more. Let me find it. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so this was after Black and White came out. But this guy named Meteors. Here he is. Fucking Meteors. Is he still around? Meteors. I remember he was kind of popular. I remember. I watched his shit. He seems like a cool dude. Oh wow, he's still around. Interesting. He's doing Super Princess Peach. That's a good game. Anyways, this was his disgusting girlfriend at the time. And so basically he was doing this thing called a Roy G. Biv tournament for 4th gen. It was the last like I said, it was after Black and White came out, so it's probably like the last 4th gen tournament. It was actually pretty excuse me, pretty big if I remember correctly. The Roy G. Biv concept I'd never heard of before. A lot of people had never heard of before. It's basically you have, you know, you go on Bulbapedia, you look at like the color group for each Pokemon. You get one that's red, one that's orange, one that's yellow, one that's green, one that's blue, one that's violet. And so you have this rainbow team. And to make it even like crazier, I think he made it to where like you couldn't have like the same item on 2 Pokemon or some shit. So lot of crazy team comp in this. A lot of unique teams came out in this. So I got matched up against this ugly bitch, Eevee Girl 22. First round of the tournament. Thing is though, she may look like she has Down syndrome, but she was actually really good at battling. And I'm not gonna watch this whole thing. If you want to see it, the video's up. Basically, should I watch this? It's not that long. Fuck it, I'll watch it. I wanna know. All right, spoiler alert. I lost in round 1 of this tournament to this fucking ugly bitch. But it was very close. Yeah, fuck it, I want. I'm using this outdated fucking Water Fox because I refuse to update because I'm a lazy piece of shit. So let me move over here to Google Chrome so I can speed it up. Yeah, I want to see where exactly I fucked up. Okay, so she's leading with Rotom. I'm putting this on 1.5 so we can speed through this. Lead with my Ampipom. I get the fuck out of there. Go into my green. Breloom, of course. Breloom was kind of broken in 4th gen, not gonna lie. She tricked me, though, so that kind of fucked over my entire set. It didn't even help that I had Toxic Orb because she was already asleep. So that's great that my Breloom just got totally fucked over. I pursued and kill that thing. Fucking Jirachi, man. Oh, that's right. Jirachi was like the mascot of Koth. That reminds me. That team that I had, it wasn't a complete replica of Koth. I substituted his Jirachi for Jolteon because, Mega Jolteon 116, that was kind of my mascot. Jirachi was his. So just a little fun fact about the history of the team that I, won that big tournament of mine with. These are minor things. Okay. So far I'm playing pretty well. That was kind of dumb. It was kind of really dumb, actually. So that's... Oh, shit. Rain Dance, Swift Swim. Is she... Why did... Oh, I brought him for Ice Fang, huh? Stone Edge might have been better. Yeah, I don't know. Or Earthquake might have been better, actually, yeah. Yeah, Earthquake was... Oh, that's so sad. If I had only gone for Earthquake instead of the Ice Fang. I guarantee you I was wanting Freeze Hacks. I guarantee you that's why I did that. I wanted Freeze Hacks. There's no other reason I wouldn't have gone for the Earthquake. So that fucking Kingdra's still alive because of my stupidity. Oh, why did I do that? Please tell me that killed. Okay, good, that killed. Back then, here's the thing. Back then, a Regirock explosion, everyone was probably like, yeah, that kills everything. But you gotta think, 5th gen, they nerfed it. So it's been almost 6 years that I've dealt with explosion being shit. But, yeah. So, that's why I was like, please tell me that killed. Because if that didn't, that would have been fucking dumb. But, of course it killed. It was 4th gen Regirock explosion. No burn. What stats was I using on this? That Dark Pulse should have done more than that. Interesting. Oh, wow, I'm living. Holy shit. This is a bulky fucking Magmortar. I'm running out of water. Talking too much, man. This is the bad thing about not having people to commentate with you. You have to carry yourself with the talking. Your mouth gets dry and shit. Okay, so that was retarded on my part. Oh, I'm fucked. Holy shit. How did I get my... Oh, well, okay, the HP's down to 76. That's true. And I probably can outspeed Charizard with something. That's not exactly the hardest thing. So, bye, Yuxi. You're fucking dead. Rest in peace. Oh, the recoil saved my ass from a Charizard sweep. Fuck this thing, by the way. He sludge bombs. And that... Oh, that just took my ass out. Okay. Wait, so what... So I got 1-0'd. I literally got 1-0'd. Fuck, man. Literally, so... You know what? I really don't want to sound like a sore loser. I really don't. But if I had Earthquaked instead of Ice Fang and took... Oh, excuse me. And took care of this earlier, that would have helped. And, didn't I get some hacks against me early in the battle? Or later in the battle or something? I could have sworn there were some hacks in this battle that worked against me. Well, basically, just tweaking a couple little things could have resulted in me winning this. And the thing I hate the most about things like that, about like when you like just barely lose early in a tournament, is like you're stuck thinking in the back of your mind like, damn, how far could I have gotten in that tournament? Like, you gotta sit there and think like, damn, if I had went for Earthquake instead of Ice Fang, could I have won this whole tournament? The world will never know. You just gotta live with shit like that. So yeah, that's it for the 4th gen tournaments that I entered. There may have been more, but they either weren't significant enough for me to really think they need to be mentioned here, or there's just like no evidence surviving of them. So yeah, there was Evans, and then so there was Evans, just regular tournament. Then there was Pip Night 7K. Then there was my tournament right before Black and White came out. And then there was Meteor's Roy G. Biv tournament after Black and White came out. Good stuff, good stuff. Now let's move on to a 5th gen. The tournament scene wasn't really as poppin' in 5th gen as it was in 4th gen, in my opinion. But there were still a few good tournaments to be had in 5th Gen. One of them was hosted by yours truly, me. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I hosted a 5th Gen tournament, and starting on August 29th, 2011. So basically, I hosted, well, not starting, yeah, but yeah, it was starting earlier than that, early August maybe, mid-August, somewhere in that range. I remember it was around the time I started my 8th grade year. Bad times. We won't talk about that. But the reason I have the round 4 matchups open, because you saw I just made the mistake. I thought this was round 1. You're like, Billy, why don't you have the round 1? Or Willie, why don't you have, well, fuck. Why did I think you know me in real life? If you know me in real life, you might be saying Billy. If you know me on the internet, you might be saying Willie. Why don't you have if you know me on Twitter, you might be saying faggot. Why don't you have the fucking round 1 matches up? Well, for some reason, and trust me, I searched through all of my private videos, round 1 through 3 matchups just aren't there. Fuck, you know what would have been really smart? I should have brought home my external hard drive and looked on there. I guarantee you the round... Fuck, I should have brought that. I should have... Fuck. I probably have the matchups on there, because I saved all this shit back when the tournament was going on. I had like all the brackets saved and shit. So I probably have it on my external hard drive, which is 3 hours away in my dorm room. So it's not doing us much good there. Anyways, I probably said the same thing in the first take back during Christmas break, but I guess I never learned. So, Black and White, they come out. They've been out since March. So they've been out for a little over 5 months, and then I decided to host a tournament because why not? So this tournament, as you can probably tell, if you're better at math than I am, you can tell it was a little bigger. Specifically, it was a 48-person tournament. It's not one of your normal factors of 16, or fucking shit. 48 or multiple. 48 is a multiple of 16. I meant to say multiple, not factor. There's a difference. But it's not one of the normal ones. Like you see a 16, a 32, a 64, 128. Like they double. Is that known as like a geometric series or something? Or is that... Fuck, I don't know. I'm not good at math, man. Fuck that. It's fucking almost 4. Holy shit, it's almost 4 a.m. Damn. Anyways, on to this. It was a 48-person tournament. It was, because I would have got it. Yeah, surprisingly, this did get more attraction than the 4th Gen one. I let like the submissions stay open a little longer, I think. And maybe if I had waited even longer, I could have gotten it to 64, but it didn't look like it was going to get to 64. But it had already gotten so far past 32 that I didn't want to cut off that many people. So I was like, I'll make a 48-person work. So here's how this went down. We're in quarterfinals? Yeah, this would be quarters. Round 4 was quarterfinals. So I'm still stuck on the math about the Pimp Night. Someone that's better at math than I am, figure that out. I think the Pimp Night would have been 128. Because he said the Elite 8 would have been round 5. Yeah. That would be a... Because let's say this had been a 64-person tournament. This would be the Elite 8. And it would be round 4 still. So yeah, 128 is how many... So Pimp Night had a big tournament. That's the moral of the story. You had 7,000 subs. What do you expect? That was like fucking... that was fucking 1 million back in 2011. Early 2011. So anyways... Now that I've gotten sidetracked for the millionth time, let's talk about my tournament that I had in August of 2011 for 5th Gen. This was, like I said, 48-person. Pretty big for the time, especially considering the size of my channel. At the time, I want to say I had like 1,400 subs, maybe. So, pretty big. to get 48 people commit to playing in this tournament. Now, you're going to notice a few things here. One, I am here in the round 4 matchups. I'm still alive in this tournament. I'm still kicking. 2, the runner-up of my 4th gen tournament, Jabba Hamid Shiroshini, is also still kicking, is also still alive. 3, in the quarterfinals of a 48-person 5th gen Wi-Fi Pokemon tournament, Codester33 Clumsy, yes, that Cody fucking Carls, was playing Jabba Hamid Shiroshini. Now, how the fuck did Cody make it through? How did Cody beat 3 opponents? If you know anything about Cody, you know he was never like into this shit. Like he was, whenever like I would battle, like he never beat me. He's the one person who never beat me. Even Brent beat me once, and Brent I just like fucking ran rampant on his ass. But Cody never beat me. He was shit at battling in like every way. He was garbage. And somehow he made it. Yeah, I guess I should retract exactly what I just said, because he made it through 3 opponents who I'm sure were very worthy. You know, I doubt they would enter if they were really that bad. So Cody held his own in a Pokemon 5th gen tournament in 2011. That impresses me, and I fucking witnessed it. Like, I still find it hard to believe, and I saw it. So, sad story about this tournament. I don't have any of my matches recorded. However, I believe there are some matches out there from our good friend, The Battle Productions. And The Battle Productions is particularly helpful in documenting this particular tournament because he has a battle against Elite Microgamer, which happened in the tournament in an earlier round. This was obviously in an earlier round because he did not fight him in this round, and he didn't, like, you see Elite Microgamer's not even in the fucking bracket at this point, so he's been eliminated earlier in the bracket. So for those of you who don't remember, Elite Microgamer was Dragon Garchomp 12's channel after he left Dragon Garchomp 12. So this is Evan right here. Evan also went into 5th gen with us all. Fuck you, PGM. So let's get this out of this. That guy looks fucking. I wouldn't fuck with him. So yeah. Here we have a battle between the Battle Productions and Evan. Both very good battlers. The Battle Productions wasn't really battling when my 4th gen tour was going on, but he was a good battler in 5th gen. I gotta give it to him. So this is public on his channel for you to go watch. I'll give him the views. You guys can go watch it if you want to see the full battle. What round was this in? Was this round? Let's see if he says in the video.
My battle against Elite Microgamer.
Oh God, his voice.
Hey guys, it's the Battle Productions. Welcome to another Wi-Fi battle against Elite Microgamer. This is a battle for Really 123T's tournament, so yeah, enjoy. Okay.
He doesn't say what round it is. He just says it's for Willy 123T's tournament. So he actually beats Evan. That was kind of surprising to me. He beat Evan, and he advances. I don't know if that was round 1, 2, or 3, but he advances into round 4, having beaten Evan. And that's the only video from this tournament that I can find. I can't even find any of my matches. Can't find any Jabba Hamids either. So here we go. Interesting matches. Codester33 Clumsy versus Jabba Hamid Shiroshini. Jabba Hamid fucking destroys him. Like Cody just got obliterated in that match. I think he got 5-0'd or something. I faced Pokemon Soul Platinum. And the Battle Productions faced Rotom Overheats. Let's see. That battle does exist. Unfortunately, like I said, none of mine exist. But here's the one more that exists. And he had to battle him on whatchamacallit, Pokemon Online. This is Pokemon Online, which I was talking about earlier. Oh, it's so great that he recorded this. This was still before Pokemon Online had their own recording system, their own replay system, and he had to battle Rotom Overheats on here because Rotom Overheats are 4 broke. Yo, let me tell you about Rotom Overheats, man. He was my dude. His name is Jared. Jared, he was this kid from New York, and he was just like insanely good at Pokemon. Like, he was a little squeaker, little like he had the squeakiest voice. We used to shit on him all the time for it. His balls have dropped since then, but like we used to shit on him all the time for his voice, and like, but like he was just like insanely good at like I would beat him a lot. Like he and I, he was kind of like the Evan for me when Evan left. Like he was Evan in late 2011. Like he was Evan a year after Evan basically. Because I would just sit there and like battle with him and like try different things, weird lab stuff, and like he was just really good at like memorizing like move sets and like tactics and shit. He was really good. He later got into TCG and also was insanely good at that, if I remember correctly. So yeah, they did their battle on Pokemon Online. This is the shit we had to deal with before Showdown was a thing. Isn't it beautiful? Like I said, just like the last video, this is public on the Battle Productions channel, so go give him the views if you want to see the whole thing. But as the description says, he 3-0'd Rotom Overheats Jared, which is very surprising that he 3-0'd Jared. Like, if he beat Jared, I'd say, that's a little surprising, but a 3-0, that's like a pretty decisive 3-0. That's something. I haven't watched this battle back, but I don't know if there was hacks or something that led to that. But the Battle Productions, I gotta give it to him. He had a good run in this tournament because he beat Evan and Jared. Like, those are two like serious battlers. Like, they were, they were up there. So the Battle Productions had a very good run in this tournament. And to be honest, I don't remember how my battle went. I don't even remember if I won or lost, because here's the thing. You can see, here's the semifinals, the round 5 matchups. This is now in September of 2011. It's me versus the Battle Productions, the Job Hammett versus Pokemon Soul Platinum. So Soul Platinum and I are still in the bracket, so I don't know who won, because here's how I did this. I was 13 at the time, and 13-year-old me was like, hey, buys in tournaments are not fair. I know we're running a 48-person tournament here, but I don't like buys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this retarded shit where basically, this wasn't that retarded. No, because actually this may have been the best thing to do, because if I'd given a buy, people would have complained. Like, if Cody, let's say for example that I did a random number generator and Cody got the buy, people would be like on me. They'd be like, this nigga fucking sucks, and you're just putting your boy through because he's your boy. Like, so, yeah, no, buys, they weren't happening. So basically, the system that my 13-year-old self devised was to have, like, alright, so let's say the Battle Productions 3-0's Rotom Overheat. So the Battle Production moves on. Let's say that I, like, 2-0'd Soul Platinum. And then let's say that Job Hammett 5-0'd Cody, which I think that's what happened. So I would look and I'd say, all right, so me, Battle Productions, and Job Hammett, we move on to the Final Four because we won. Obviously, we should move on. And then I would look at the losers and I would say, okay, well, which one of you lost the worst? That'd be Cody. So I'd be like, Cody, you're fucking out. And then I would say, Rotom Overheats and Pokemon Soul Platinum, you're going to do an additional battle to earn your spot in the Final Four. So that may have been what actually happened, because I know for a fact we have video proof that the Battle Productions 3-0'd Rotom Overheats, and then I know for a fact that Job Hammett beat Cody. Like, that's just a fact of life that Cody's not going to beat Job Hammett, even if Cody was on fire this tournament. Which for the first 3 rounds he may have been on fire, but even if Cody was playing at his best, he wasn't going to beat Job Hammett. He wasn't even going to come close. So the only battle I don't know about is this one. And I don't have the Skype logs of me and him. I don't have a recording of the battle. I don't have comments because YouTube fucking deleted all the comments. I don't have anything to go off of. based off of pure speculation, I would say that I won, simply because I don't really remember this guy's name outside of the context of this tournament. So, like, I feel like he wasn't really that established of a battler, but he was obviously very good to get this far. So, I don't know. Maybe he beat me, maybe I beat him. Whatever the case was, it was a close battle because he was able to get into the Final Four, as was myself. So, Final Four comes around. Semifinals. Big 5th gen. Big 48-person 5th gen tournament. We're in round 5. It's me versus the Battle Productions and Bahamut Shroshri versus Pokemon Soul Platinum. I don't know what happened within this. This is kind of... I think I vaguely mentioned that this kind of happens with tournaments when I was discussing Dragon Garchomp 12's 2010 tournament. That, like, sometimes tournaments just don't finish. And the tournament I'm going to show you right after this, the last tournament I'm going to show you, it has the same thing. It has the same problem. The tournament just doesn't finish. Maybe it's because of, like, issues of communication, but those, like, normally happen a little earlier. But here, I think there was, like, an issue of communication because there's no round 6 matchup video. There's no final. Maybe I didn't feel the need to announce it, and we just completed over Skype. But I remember this tournament just kind of being, like, pushed to the side, and, like, it was never finished. However, I do think these battles were at least done, because I feel like I remember hitting the Battle Productions up and being like, hey, when you want to battle? Like, I feel like I remember that. And so one of two things either happened. Either A, the Battle Productions and I didn't battle. So one of two things happened for my battle. Either we just didn't battle, like there was just a communication error and we could never get, like, a good time to battle. And since... get your matches done by September 10th. Interesting. So, here's something that may have happened. Maybe... Nah, but let me finish my first train of thought here. Either we didn't battle, or we battled and I won. The reason I say that is because if he had won, he would have uploaded the battle. He would have uploaded it. He would have said, hey, I beat Willie123T. Look how good I'm doing in this tournament. I'm going to the finals. But there's no video against me on his channel. So either he lost or we didn't battle at all. Now, another reason why this... now, if him and I just didn't battle because of lack of communication, that would be why the tournament just didn't continue. And, you know, because, like I said, this was beginning of my 8th grade year. You know, 8th grade's not a particularly hard year or anything, but maybe school was getting busy for me. Maybe it was getting busy for him. Who knows? So maybe this tournament just got pushed aside for one or two parties. Or maybe this second battle here, Bahamut Shroshri versus Pokemon Soul Platinum, maybe that just didn't happen. I don't know. I honestly don't remember hearing anything from either of them about it. The comments are disabled, so I can't see, like, if Bahamut's like, oh, Pokemon Soul Platinum won or anything, because that's where they would, I believe the comments was where they would report the results. Either that or they would PM it to me, and YouTube has deleted all the old PMs, so I can't see that either. Thank you, YouTube, for deleting so much history. So basically, this tournament had potential to turn out exactly like my 4th gen tournament. It could have very well been I beat the Battle Productions, Bahamut beats Pokemon Soul Platinum, and then we face again in the finals, and maybe I would have beaten her there. Thing is, I wasn't nearly as good in 5th gen as I was in 4th gen. I'll say that straight up. Early 2011, 4th gen, that was my prime. That was honestly probably my peak of Wi-Fi Pokemon performance. Let me put it to you this way. 4th gen metagame was like Super Smash Bros. Melee. 5th gen metagame was like Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That's all I'll say. I hated the 5th gen metagame. Like, it honestly like, I played for a while. Like, I played from March when it came out well into September, and I played even beyond that. I even played into well into 2012, but I just did not get the same enjoyment out of the 5th gen metagame that I did out of the 4th gen one, and it resulted in me not being able to improve as much as I could have. But hey, it still got me to the semifinals, potentially the finals of my 48-person tournament for the fucking game. So Yeah, you know, you don't have to like something to be good at it, I guess. Plus, I think at that point, like, just a lot of my skills from 4th gen were still kind of like, you know, my prediction abilities and stuff. I think that just kind of transferred over a little bit. You know, fundamentals remain the same. Just a lot of shit within the metagame changed for the worse, in my opinion. Alright, one more tournament that I want to show you guys, I think, and then we'll wrap this up. I've got to be careful here because there were actually 2 tournaments started on Tamad Gamers. Now, Tamad Gamers was a collaborative group back in 2011 that was started by Master of Extreme 93, also known as Mox, also known as possibly the cringiest person that we know. It was started by him for a while. It was in the possession of Mop and I. Like when Mox took his hiatus and was supposedly quitting the internet, he gave full control to me and Mop. That's how you know this was old. He trusted me and Mop. Whew. Anyways, that's to Mad Gamers. Maybe we'll talk more in depth about that in a future episode. But for now, we're just here to look for a tournament. I'm trying to remember which one it was. So, which fucking one was it? There was one of these that I participated in. So this one was December 26th. It was May 1st. I'm going to assume it was this one. Where's the round 1? You got the round 2, but where's the round 1, my guy? Is this it? No, this was the Christmas one. Was I in the Christmas one? I participated in one of these. I'm sorry. I always get them confused. I always cannot remember which one I participated. I probably did not participate in this one, actually. Because this was when I was... This was not a good time for me. I was, like, going through depression and shit around this time. Let's see. Is this just the roundup? The matchups? Yo, my nigga Cody was... Okay, so this definitely was not it. Oh, shit. This had potential to be a good tournament. My fucking Cody was... That's crazy that Cody entered, but wait, look at the misspelling of clumsy. Mox, if you made this video, I hope you're ashamed of yourself. You misspelled clumsy. Who the fuck does that? Anyways. This tournament didn't fucking happen. Round 2 matchups never got published as far as I know. Yeah, this was for the other tournament. I gotta go on the channel and look for the fucking tournament shit, I guess, to find the round 1 matchups. I should have had this prepared beforehand, but I already had too much shit open. That's the Christmas one. There's round 2. Are the round 1s just not alive? Or is this it? Did they say them in this video? Alright, so it was 32 entrants. We got that much. Or did he put them in the description? Nope. Okay, so we are going based solely off of these round 2 ones. I'm guessing he deleted the round 1 video because he didn't want clutter because he was an OCD autistic fuck about his fucking channel. So round 2... Oh, this was definitely made by Mox. I can tell by the text. He used this in the story time videos. Alright, so he's bitching about people not doing their battles. That would be why his later tournament... Okay, so this was in May of 2011. The game was still pretty new at this point. And then I guess later he did one at the end of 2011 as like a Christmas special, and that one didn't go anywhere. I don't even remember that one. I just remember I think that video is fucking funny because Cody's name is in it. But, fucking Cody. Cody in the context of competitive Pokemon battling will never not be funny. So, oh wait, here's the thing. I don't need the round 1 video. I mean, it'd be nice to have, but I don't need it because, I know who I battled in round 1. Because I have a video of it. Isn't that convenient? How did I forget that convenient fact? Okay, so I battled Pokemon Trainer Extreme in round 1 of this shit. Fuck, open that shit. Alright. So, oh gosh, the shitty ass intro. So 2011. Okay, so I published this on May 30th, 2011. This was for, like I said, this was for round 1. Round 2, here I come. So I was terrified of this battle. Let me tell you why. I was terrified that my name would not be here in round 2. I was afraid that I would not make it to the round of 16. Was this the round of 16? This was round of 16. So I was pretty scared. Why was I scared? This guy was really good. Now, I had never battled this guy before, so I couldn't be like, oh yeah, I have a record of losing to this guy. This was my first time ever battling him, but he was notoriously good. He beat a lot of people. He beat Mox. He basically fucked up everyone on the Pimp Night chat. And there were, like I said, there were a lot of good battlers on the Pimp Night chat. That's all we fucking did back then was battle. So, fun. And the funny thing about this is his name before Pokemon Trainer Extreme, he went under this account named like Arceus King 1000 or some shit, and he was basically like Koth's disciple. Like, it was so fucking funny. Like, it was hilarious. He was like a disciple of Koth, and he would just go around fucking up people in the name of Koth. Like, it was fucking hilarious. So I was scared because he was a fucking troll, and trolls are just notoriously good at video games because they don't take them seriously. See, that's the thing. If you take video games seriously, you're going to do very bad at them. And number 2, like, he just seemed to display a lot of genuine skill for the game. Now, I was most familiar with him within the context of 4th gen. I never battled him in 4th gen. I don't know how that would have turned out. But here we were in the early days of 5th gen, the very early days. The game's only been out for less than 3 months. And here we are. And you'll notice that I'm using a straight up 4th gen team. I am using a straight up 4th gen team. I'm not even going to pretend that like I engineered this to be for 5th gen. I was just a lazy fuck. Like, I really did not use a lot of 5th gen stuff until I absolutely had to keep up with the metagame. Because I was like, yeah, it worked in 4th gen, why won't it work now? And then you see shit like Whimsicott. Whimsicott is kind of like the Breloom of 4th gen's Breloom is kind of what Whimsicott was like in 5th gen, except Whimsicott, of course, was like less offensive, like less in your face than Breloom was, which is kind of a good comparison of 4th and 5th gen in general, I would say. The battles in 5th gen just were not as exhilarating as 4th gen because so much stalling because of weather. And see, here's the thing. I'm technically using a weather team here. I'm using a sand team because I remember I had Tyranitar. If you'll let's look at the team preview real quick. Or did I not show the team preview? Wow, I'm fucking gay. I didn't use the team preview. Let me skip ahead then. Oh yeah, well this was the beautiful thing about 5th gen, by the way. So by the time I had gotten into 4th gen, like it was like right when I first got into 4th gen, or no, I think I got into 4th gen after Garchomp was already banned. So I never really had the chance to use Garchomp in 4th gen. That may be a lie. I don't remember. If I did get to use Garchomp in 4th gen, it was for a very limited period of time because he got banned like early days of my battling career, if that's the case. Because I don't have a very clear memory of it. So it was nice because I liked Garchomp. Like, and I look at Garchomp, I'm like, hey, these are cool sets. I really like him. I think he works well with my style of play. So 5th gen, he wasn't Uber for a while. He did go Uber later in 2011, and I bitched about that. But and then I think that decision was reversed, but it was after I was like out of the game. But anyways, that's besides the point. I won't rant about Garchomp here. I did that enough back in 2011. But what I'm saying is it was nice to use him. So in a sense, this was kind of a 5th gen team because I was using a Pokemon that wasn't previously available for me to use within this format of play. But you'll see I'm still using Skarmbliss. I'm still using Tyranitar. Well, here's the thing. Tyranitar, ironically, was really good at this point because weather dominated the 5th gen metagame forever. So bringing Tyranitar and Garchomp and Skarmory, like, you know, it was really just standard shit for 5th gen, actually. It was funny. Like I said, I didn't engineer this for 5th gen at all. I was just using my standard 4th gen tactics. And I ended up making, like, a decent sand team that was a really good counter for Whimsicott. Whimsicott was kind of like one of my demons early in the days of 5th gen. Whimsicots were known to fuck with me. Oh, and this was before Speed Boost Blaziken was banned too, by the way. Old shit right here. Or was it? Does he have Speed Boost on that shit? Oh, yeah, he does. So this was before Speed Boost Blaziken was banned. And he just fucking took out my Gengar. I'm still using Gengar. Isn't that funny as shit? So, yeah, this is OG. You just saw a you just saw a Garchomp take out a Speed Boost Blaziken. That is how you know these were early days of 5th gen. So, yeah, I'm kind of fucking him up, actually. I lost my, my Garchomp, but, oh, here we come. Watch this. Whimsicott's getting fucked up. Because once you get the Sandstorm up, Whimsicott's toast. What's he going to do? He's going to get the Leech Seed up, but he's going to lose all that health from Sandstorm. So fuck him. And then I'll just keep breaking his sub. See, he gets a little health. He's like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I got my Leech Seed. Sandstorm says, nope. Fuck out of here. Oh, man, it's 4:20 a.m. Dude, I need to hurry up and end this shit. How much battle is left? Alright, basically, Whimsicott gets fucked up. It takes a while, but he gets fucked up. I get to keep my Tyranitar and my Dragonite. They both live. Do they? Or maybe... No, I finish him off with the Crunch. Tyranitar barely hanging on there, living by a prayer. Whimsicott, it took me a while. It was annoying as hell, but I defeated it. And moved on to round 2. So, a very intimidating opponent fell to me pretty quickly. Why do I have this open? Oh, this was the Christmas one. This was the... Oh, wow, this one was... Okay, so this one he was doing only 16. See, that shows you. Mad Gamers was more popular in May than it was in December. It fell off by December because I stopped uploading because I was depressed as fuck. I made that channel. You go on there. You go on there. Let's go on there right now. I'm going to toot my own horn some more. This has nothing to do with Wi-Fi battling, but I'm in a mood right now. Look at the most viewed shit, man. Most viewed. That's me. I'm the most viewed video on the channel. I made that shit. That's all me. Alright, so basically here was round 2. This tournament never got completed. Never went on beyond round 2. But luckily I do have that pretty good battle in my opinion from round 1 against Pokemon Trainer Extreme. Very intimidating opponent, but I took him down pretty confidently. This had potential to be a good tournament. I think I would have won, honestly, if we kept going, because my opponent was my girl Umbi. Shout out to Umbi. Umbi's awesome, but I would have fucked her up. Mox had potential here. 22 game man, I think he would have won his match. Resdrion, like I said, Resdrion was good. I don't know how he was in 5th gen. I never battled him in 5th gen, but he may have had potential as a threat. Only real threat only person that really would have given me trouble here I think was Tornado Survives. He was really good. I don't know any of these people, but he was really good. But I definitely would have made it to Final 4. That's not even me being cocky. That's just me being like realistic here. I definitely would have made it to Final 4. Would have had potential to win the tournament if it would have continued, but it didn't. So. Wait, that's kind of surprised. I'm surprised that VG didn't enter this. Or PG. Yeah, where's VG and PGM? I know they didn't lose in round 1. I'm surprised they didn't enter. I mean, if PGM did lose in round 1, that's fucking hilarious, but I would love to just... Can we make that a thing? Let's do some historical revision here. PGM lost in round 1 of Mad Gamers Wi-Fi tournament. that would make him so salty if people like said that to him. Alright, so that's all the tournaments I have to cover. I think after my 5th gen tournament, I just totally lost interest. Because this was, like I said, this was after the 4th gen tournaments, but before my tournament by a couple months. And then after my tournament, I didn't enter anymore. Because I didn't enter the Mad Gamers Christmas tourney, which was a couple months after mine. Because I just, I was dealing with depression, and I just lost interest in the game for a while. So, it is what it is. never really got into the 6th gen metagame until like this past summer when we were just dicking around on Skype. So I didn't enter any more 5th gen tournaments. I didn't enter any 6th gen. I don't even know if they did any for 6th gen. I don't even know if like Pokemon's still a thing. Fuck it. Anyways, hopefully this has been an enlightening and educational video for you, and I hope you've been entertained. And if you have any cool stories about old school Pokemon tournaments or just Wi-Fi battling in general, leave them in the comments below. Send me whatever links you want. I'd love to see it. I love this stuff, man. It really makes me want to compete again. Like I just love competing, and I think that's why I battled for as long as I did. All right, peace out, guys.